By bringing these traditions into dialogue, we enrich the greater discussion of consciousness. When we step back and compare the Eastern and Western traditions of consciousness, the contrasts highlight not only different assumptions, but also different goals regarding this topic of consciousness. In the West, consciousness has often been approached through frameworks of duality, as in Descartes' separation of mind and body, or materialism, the view that consciousness is an emergent property of brain and body. Both perspectives tend to dissect, analyze, and reduce. By contrast, Eastern traditions emphasize non dualism, as in Advaita Vedanta and Zen, where consciousness and world are not fundamentally separate. Impermanence, as in Buddhism, where consciousness is a conditioned and transient process rather than a permanent self. And embodied flow, as in Taoism, where consciousness harmonizes with the rhythms of nature rather than standing apart from it. These perspectives shift the question from what are the underlying properties from which consciousness emerges to how is consciousness lived and realized. This matters because it broadens the scope of the conversation. While Western science provides analytic rigor, explanatory models, and a focus on mechanisms, Eastern traditions remind us that consciousness is also something directly experienced and cultivated. Practices like meditation, yoga, and mindfulness are not just cultural artifacts, but practical tools for engaging consciousness beyond theory. And that is important because the greatest way by which we use knowledge and skills to help us is by allowing them to help us solve the problems we experience in life. By bringing these traditions into dialogue, we enrich the greater discussion of consciousness. Western frameworks help clarify, measure, and test, whereas Eastern traditions open space for wholeness, direct observation, and transformation. Taken together, they provide a comprehensive framework, one that honors the scientific quest to explain, as well as the experiential path to realize consciousness itself.